Alright, BobalosRex here, and today we're talking what to do first in 11.2. Now I'm saying 11.2 because I'm talking 11.2 Season 3 starts a week later, alright? So 11.2 this Tuesday, what to do first. First thing, check your UI, check your talents. Some classes got some big changes. You know, you want to get your add-ons all set up. Your cooldown manager, they've just announced some changes for that. As well as check your bank, because the new bank changes came in. You're going to want to be checking your bank, making sure everything's in order, getting it all in order. Now, next up, this is something everyone's going to want to do. If they want to unlock some stuff faster, go grab the Dark Moon Fair buff. Dark Moon Fair buff is up this week with the patch. Gonna want to grab that so you can unlock some stuff a little bit quicker, because everybody needs to go to Koresh. PvPers, Raiders, well, of course Raiders, M+ers, pet battle, well, not really pet battlers, but everybody's going to want to go to Koresh because you're going to want your cloak. Alright, you're going to want the cloak. And to get the cloak and to get to Koresh, we need to start the quest, A Shadowy Invitation. It's probably just going to pop up in your quest log. If not, you can pick it up from here. But you're going to want to grab that quest. Alright, we're going to start this quest from Locust Walker. He's going to have us go do some stuff. He's going to tell us some crazy stuff. And we're going to head to Koresh. Alright, now once you're in Koresh, you basically unlock Koresh. You'll do some questing and all that. You'll want to get through all the questing. But, if you've already done it, on alts, you can actually skip it, which is kind of nice. I'm not sure if the skip's going to be active in the first week. I think it should. But we'll have to see if that's actually how it is. But then you'll have Koresh unlocked. Now, you're going to want to do more of the quest line here, because what you want to unlock is the cloak, which is going to unlock stuff in delves, in the raid, like the ability to do bosses in the raid. So you're going to need the cloak. Alright, I'm going to show off the cloak in a second, but also you're going to want to be unlocking the weeklies, the 2 weeklies, the ecological succession and the warrants, which is through the reps. So everybody's going to want to be getting the reps, so that's why I recommend the Dark Moon Fair buff when you do this, so you can get the stuff unlocked. Also, the world boss is going to be up. So once they said it's up in the first week, so you're going to want to hit up the world boss. It's going to be right here. It's not showing up on the PTR right now, but there is a world boss. You're going to want to hit him up in the first week, and that's going to give you champion gear. But let's go get me the cloak, and I can talk about that real quick, and then we'll talk about more gearing. Alright, now basically when you get over here in the quest line and stuff, you'll get the cloak. And alts will be able to get a Rishi wrap over here if you need it. So with the Rishi wrap, it levels as you go, and it starts at 694, so it's already going to be like the best thing you can get. And then over the week, you're going to talk to Hashim here, and you're going to ask him to empower your Rishi wraps once you already get it. And then that's where you're going to put in your threads. Now, this is the stuff that's going to unlock new stuff in delves, unlock new treasures and stuff you can find out in the world, phase diving and all that good stuff. So you're going to want to be getting your threads a week. Now, where do you get threads? All sorts of stuff. Mythic Zeros, the weeklies, the raid. But you're going to want to get your weekly threads, and this is account-wide. So all my alts will be able to come over here, get the Rishi wrap, empower it, and get all the stuff unlocked via the Rishi wrap. But that's why this is one of the first things you want to get done, is get through the quest line, get the Rishi wrap. And then, again, if you're a collector and want to go harder, you can do the world quest, or the side quests, do the rares, do the lore objects, and all that stuff here, with the Dark Moon Fair buff, of course. But also, once you get Renown 5 and you get the recipes, you can get the Vantis rune as well as the contract for your scribes. And then you can use the contract to then start clearing up all the world quests if you're trying to min-max the rep and really push your trust rep to get that rune enchanted crest if you're really trying to go hardcore. Alright? But you're only going to be able to get so much rep. Only do that if you're trying to min-max. But that's going to be all the stuff to do in Koresh. Now we're going to head back to Dornogal and talk about M+, well, Mythics, PvP, crafted gear, and what I think about Delves. I'll see you there. Alright, now back in Dornogal, let's talk about PvP. So PvPers, you do want to get the cloak, of course. But if you got a bunch of honor, you may be able to start buying the new honor gear, which will get you up to 710 in battlegrounds and arenas. So you can start getting that. If not, then you're just waiting a week like Delvers. But then you'll be able to get the Conquest gear and Bloody Token gear when the season starts. Now, let's talk about crafted gear. So, of course, there's going to be new crafted gear. PvPers, you're going to want to do that, but y'all, if you know how that works. If you need catch-up gear, so for Raiders and Mythic Plusers, in the first week, the highest item level gear you're going to be able to get is going to come from Mythic Zeros. Alright? They aren't weekly lockout, but you're going to be able to run it in the first week and get item level 681 champion pieces. That's going to be the highest level piece that you can get in the week. Champion pieces. Alright? You're going to be able to get it from the 6 dungeons that are available. Tazavesh isn't. And the world boss is also going to be dropping champion pieces as well. He'll drop 1 for your account, and then I have a chance to drop it for the character. Similar to Godfather, I believe. Alright. So that's going to be the highest gear. Now to substitute it, say you're getting a new tune, you can actually craft 675 crafted pieces using weathered crests. Alright, so you can do that. You won't be able to get runed or gilded crests. That will be for the next week. When the season starts proper. Now, Auction House Goblins, be sure you're going to be wanting to do those work orders for everyone getting new crafted gear and all that good stuff. And then, as far as delves, I'm not 100%. Basically, they said we can't get keys, and we can't do bountiful delves. But in Season 2, we were able to get keys, but couldn't do bountiful delves, so we'll have to see how that works. If you're able to get keys, you want to do your 4 weekly pinnacle chests. Alright, now the 4 weeklies are the same ones we've been doing. So you can do Theater Trope, you can do Awaken the Machine, Spread the Light, the 2 new ones in Koresh, you can do Pact. I even think the Undermine one will do it. The Urge to Surge, I think the one is. So we'll have to see. But you want to get those pinnacle chests, 4 of them, and get your 4 keys if the keys are possible. But they did say they're not. Alright. Otherwise, they said delves will be available all levels, just not bountiful. So maybe you'll be able to unlock an 11 for Season 3, but the season will end up started, so probably not. It's just something to double check. I'll update you in the weekly if that's available as a thing to do. But basically, you're chilling for a week. PvP, you're kind of chilling for a week unless you can buy honor gear. M+ers, Raiders, weekly Mythic Zeros are back on the table. Alright. So you can do that. And as far as collectors, if you're a pet battler, you get nothing. If you like the dragon races, you got nothing. But as far as collectors, Dark Moon Fair buff, contracts, and then world quests. And then rares, lore objects, treasures. Get all the rep you can to grind that new rep So you can get all the goodies from that. Alright? And that's it. That's what to do first. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.